Guys, Zach Evanesh here, undergroundstrengthgym.com, zachevanesh.com. These guys are finishing a workout, and I wanted to make this video so they could listen to it. And so this is a message for the athletes of the underground. It's a message for athletes all around the world. It might even be a message for some of the adults out there. So here's something that I want to talk about with regards to mindset before you train and during the time that you train. And I may not be the norm with the way I approach training, but I remember getting psyched up to go to the gym. I didn't just kind of out of the blue, all right, I'm going to go to the gym. I prepared mentally. I would open up Arnold's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. Today you have the option to go on YouTube. I would listen to certain kinds of music to get psyched up and prepared for it. And things that I see today that I've never seen back when I was younger are things like I'm squatting, it's a struggle, and I just give up. I just flop under the bar, or I put my hands on my legs. Those are things that I never saw happen. The mindset that I understood with squats from the time I was a 14-year-old kid in the local gym was that you make the rep or you die. You get under that bar and you're psyched up. And it's a good message for some of our guys here, because when they start grinding or struggling, they get scared and they put their hands on the legs. If you don't think you're going to make the rep, then you rack it. But you should never even be under the bar if you have the thought process that you may not make this rep. You younger guys and some of you adults need to get more serious. A buddy of mine told me that at the local gym, he saw a guy holding the phone with one hand and doing dumbbell curls in the other. And that's why I just can't handle going to a Globo gym. I'll freak out like, what was the guy's name in the movie Falling Down? It's a great movie, okay? That's sometimes how I feel when I see what's going on. The other thing is, as a coach, if you're the most fired up person in the weight room, in the gym, then that's a problem. The athletes, right, you nerds, need to be more fired up than the coach. If the coach has the most energy, I mean, I don't know how many coaches could handle it. I feel like I've been the most fired up guy in every group since I've been a teenager. My training partners by age 15 who are older than me were like, I was waiting for you, Zach. I didn't want to go with Johnny because Jimmy doesn't do this and that. You need to learn to help yourself. You need to learn to help yourself. And I've shared this story before, but some of you might be new to watching the videos. I was training with an older guy. His name was Jeff. He was mid-20s. He was probably 10 years older than me at the time. And I remember we were doing leg presses. And while I was grinding out reps on the leg press, he was sitting on the bench. And I used to do forced reps and just try to destroy myself and see how much I could go beyond failure. And I remember I started grinding and I said, help me. And he sat there calmly and said, help yourself. And what he's saying is, if you're going to go for the rep, then do it. Don't ask for help. And the bottom line is your mindset needs to be set and prepared before you enter the gym. If you're going for a PR, you're getting psyched up. Whether it's your favorite song or not, you should be able to do it no matter what the atmosphere or the environment is going on around you. And if you want to be great, then you need that kind of work ethic, and you're going to need that kind of intensity when you approach your training. If you can't approach your training with that intensity, and by all means, I'm not saying you don't have fun. It's a lot of fun when you're destroying the gym. But if you just kind of going through the motions, you'll never move big weights. You'll never truly develop the type of strength, the explosive power, and the grit and toughness that you need to beat people at the highest levels. Whether you're a swimmer, lacrosse player, fencer, wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, you need that intensity. And if you can't figure out how to harness the power of your emotions, and you essentially can't help yourself, and you're scared when things get tough, you will never train hard enough to break through, okay? You have to break yourself down if you want to have a breakthrough. So food for thought, make the rep or die. You need help? Help yourself first. Pretend there are no spotters. Before you can count on anybody else, you got to count on yourself. And ask yourself, are you the most fired up, hardest worker, not just in the weight room, but in training, in sport practice? Because if you're not out working everybody, then, you get what you earn. You're probably not going to be the guy at the top. you'll probably just be part of the team. And you got to decide, you happy being part of the team, or do you want to be a leader for the leaders? Food for thought, undergroundstrengthgym.com and ZachEvanish.com. Take it easy.